So if you guys are unaware, there is drama that is boiling between Vara and David Jaffe. Now, if you guys are unaware who David Jaffe is, I'm sure most of you are aware because, you watch my videos, hopefully. But if you don't know who he is the creator of God of War and Twisted Metal. Now, he is obviously a shell of his former self because, let's be real, the man who created God of War and Twisted Metal is no longer around. The David Jaffe that we all know now is a man who's deciding to go after female streamers and essentially say that the only reason why they have an audience is because they are in fact female. It is an absolute cuck move to do, and it's something that comes from a place of extreme levels of envy.
Don't care, didn't ask, cry about it, stay mad, get real, Elmald seed cope.
But now with that being said, we have an official response video from Vara because obviously Vara made a video. David Jaffe responded to that video. That's when he called her a mental lightweight. She only has an audience because she's female and pretty and hair and all this other stuff. I mean, this guy went on an absolute melt that I made on a video yesterday. And now we're going to get into the response video from Vara. So, of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. And, of course, if my voice sounds weird, it's because I'm still sick. I'm sorry, but the work has to go on. Let's see what Vara has to say. Here we go.
When you have a controversial opinion on the internet, you're bound to get wrecked for it, and that is exactly what's happened with David Jaffe. He decided to go on this tirade about how YouTube grifters killed Dragon Age the Veilguard when it was just a pile of trash that absolutely nobody enjoyed, but he decided to target certain content creators, myself included, and he's even going so far as to say that I am only successful because I'm a woman. I have a few different things to
It's pretty damn wild, to be honest with you, because you guys got to remember what kind of person David Jaffe is, right? David Jaffe is an open, progressive person. The guy, like, literally talks about his progressive politics all the time. And for somebody who's so progressive to go after a woman for her looks and saying that's the only reason why she's successful, I gotta admit, that kind of smells like a little bit of a grifter when it comes to the political landscape, right? Because most progressives, they tend to be all for women, women empowerment, blah, 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 whatever. Use your body, girl. It's all you, et cetera, et cetera. But then you all of a sudden are trying to say that's the only reason she's successful. Pretty damn interesting to me, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue.
Show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I think that this is hilarious because we are talking about the type of person who preaches for diversity and inclusivity until it comes time to support inclusivity of thought and diversity of opinion. But also, I am a woman who happens to have a voice, and I have this platform that I'm extremely grateful for. But he is mad that I even have it, going so far as to say that I am a, quote, mental lightweight. So this really only all started because...
So really quick, I'm glad she touched on that because at the end of the day, it's true, right? This is the kind of person that will say all these things about how they support women, blah, 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 whatever. But then the moment there's a woman that's more successful than him, and then on top of that is a woman that has wrongthink, right? Like it's not just about being a woman, it's about being a woman that has wrongthink. And Vara has wrongthink when it comes to people like this. So it's kind of like the same with black people, right? If you're a black person, they will praise you. They will praise you. They will worship you. They will kiss the ground that you walk on. But the moment you're a black person or a non-white person who has supposed wrongthink and you're not thinking the way they want you to think, then all of a sudden it's free game.
He got called out for his awful Dragon Age take. God of War's director, David, blames YouTube grifters for killing Dragon Age the Veilguard, which is absurd. We did not kill this game. What we do online is we voice our opinions. Now, I, of course...
Let it be known that Dragon Age the Veilguard killed Dragon Age the Veilguard. Simple as that.
Of course, live streamed a full playthrough on the channel from start to finish. I gave my take. I did a review.
Guess who didn't do that? Guess who didn't stream a full playthrough because they haven't even finished the game yet? Guess who didn't do that? Yeah, you're right. David Jaffe. Yeah, he didn't do that. He didn't finish the game yet.
At the end of those live streams, and I just simply did not enjoy it. It did not feel like Dragon Age. I was sick and tired of the modern terminology being shoved in your face, like transgender, non-binary, having to pick your pronouns. I think that's ridiculous in a fantasy dragon game. That's just my take. He's allowed to say that he thinks it's fine. It is what it is. But we did not kill this game. What we did was we gave our opinion, and when it comes to actually talking about some of the people behind this project, they really do seem to hate gamers. So we just called it all out. And he's furious that our voices matter, that content creators have a voice, but also that it's so easy for people to, at the end of the day, give their opinions.
Let it be known too is that David Jaffe comes from a place where, you know, he was the mainstream at one point. He's obviously not the mainstream anymore. And he's highly upset that the people who are online right now, who have all the views, who have all the support, who have the following, they are non-mainstream shills, right? Like Vara Dark having her support, other people having their support, me having my support. We're not mainstream shills. We're not from the industry. We're not here, you know, having the legacy of being within the industry. We are simply voicing our opinions and voicing our thoughts on certain issues that we see that are very glaring in the industry at any given time, that we report on it. And people connect with it because they connect with the authenticity of what's actually being said. Whether it's a good take or a bad take, at the end of the day, people know that whatever our takes are coming from our own personal beliefs that we truly believe in. Whereas other people, like gaming urinalists, for example, they give their takes and everybody can smell the bullshit from a mile away. It stinks so bad that you can literally see it even if you are blind, and smell it even if you have no sense of smell. It is that strong, which is why they don't have a following, which is why their numbers are dwindling, which is why nobody looks at them as any sort of actual valid source of information. It is absolute insanity. And then someone like David Jaffe decides to get mad at us because people are connected with us. Perhaps you should focus on why people are not connecting with you in mass instead of complaining about why other people are being connected with, like Vara Dark. But let's continue.
For an average person, maybe like you watching, he is furious at that. And, you know, I understand that he's a little bit salty. He's not relevant anymore. He used to be extremely relevant. He's got this YouTube channel with, I think, like 55,000 subscribers, which is still pretty good, don't get me wrong. But it's clear that he's just a little bit angry that this is...
It's not good when most of the subscribers are dead subscribers, which is exactly what's happening with his channel. Just an FYI. I mean, he gets about 1/3 of the views that we get. Honestly, I think it's even less than that. If at last I checked, he only averages about a couple of 100,000 views a month, which, don't get me wrong, there's some people out there that would kill for that. But you are someone who came from the mainstream. You had the backing of the mainstream industry, and you only got to about 55,000 subscribers with all the help in the world. That is hilarious to me. And then on top of that, the 55,000 subscribers, where are they? Because most of your videos, or I really go by daily views, I don't go by video views, because you could have one video hit and you could have another video that really just doesn't hit. So overall, your monthly views are extremely low. Where are your subscribers? Where are they? I don't understand
the situation, and he actually decided to make this post over on X saying, you don't have to like me and certainly don't have to agree with me, but please don't lie about what I say. And if you are going to try to attack me, please be smart enough to do so Vara Dark. Otherwise, I'll feel like I'm picking on a little kid. First of all, he could not even spell my name right when it's right in front of his face. But okay, I suppose I'm not going to nitpick here, but he had a complete and utter meltdown and spazzed out after I roasted him. God of War's director had a total meltdown and spaz out after he was roasted by YouTuber Vara Dark. Dark roasted him in a recent video upload covering Fandom Pulse's article where he blamed so-called YouTube grifters for killing Dragon Age the Veilguard. I said he's, a very salty, that average people can take to social media and voice their opinions, as I just said. I will link the original video down below just because I don't think I should go over every single talking point. He talks about the Trump assassination and me calling him out on him saying he believed it was staged. He brings up books and how he is telling me to just read a little bit. I've got to do research. And as time goes on, it gets even worse for him because heading on over to this Smash JT article, he said, quote, "You are in that chair, Vara, because of your hair and your face and your gender. And that's fine, by the way. There's no problem with that. But let's be clear, you're a mental lightweight."
Now, okay, so that's the comment right there that once I heard that come out of his mouth, I knew this man was cooked, right? Because once you start going after someone's looks, that means that your argument holds zero water anymore. That's it. You're done. You're cooked. You're absolutely cooked. Especially the optics, right, of an older man, a 50-some-odd-year-old older man who claims he's progressive, going after the looks of a woman and then trying to pretend as if you're not angry about it by saying, oh, it's fine. It's totally fine. You could use your looks. You could use your hair. You can use all that to get the following that you have. Other people have to work for it, but hey, it's okay. You totally can use it. You sound so unbelievably angry, unbelievably envious, to the point where nothing you say after that will ever be taken seriously. I mean, my God, imagine being that man, that progressive, supposed anyway, man, going after a woman's looks as the only reason why she's successful on YouTube. It's insane, but I want to hear Vara cook. Here we go.
I am in this chair because I genuinely believe the things I'm talking about, because I genuinely want the video game industry to be better. I am sitting in this chair because there are not enough voices when it comes to the gaming industry and trying to protect the previous franchises that are getting absolutely destroyed by activists right now. I am sitting in this chair because not a lot of other people will. And I'm not saying that there's no one, right? There are tons of amazing content creators who are now talking about the culture war in Gamergate 2, but I've been talking about censorship in the video game industry and microtransaction problems and the awful way that developers and community managers have acted for years at this point, and I will continue to do so. You can sit here and call me a mental lightweight, but you don't know me. You have not watched all of the 4,000 pieces of content uploaded on my channel. I stream 20 hours a week. I put up, 15 videos a week. I have done that for years now. So you can call me a mental lightweight, but I'm going to keep it a buck. I know more about the current state of the video game industry than you have known about the video game industry in the last 15 years. You are completely out of touch with gamers. You are completely out of touch with how people feel, and you genuinely do not care. You don't care about listening to people. You don't care about listening to me. You do not care about listening to the people that you would need them to swipe their credit cards if you decide to ever get off your ass and make another game. And all you're really doing is embarrassing yourself, bringing up the way that I look, bringing my gender into this conversation. Why does my gender matter? I'm not sitting in this chair because I'm a woman. I have worked hard on my channel for 5 years. It's not because of my hair that people subscribe. It's not because of my face that people subscribe. It's because the takes that I have, and again, they are takes that I genuinely believe in. So you can sit here and you can say this all you want, but you're really just making yourself look even worse than you really already do. And in a previous video, he told me to go fuck myself, lady. My mind is fine. It doesn't really seem so. And even after all of this, all of the rude comments and insults, he came into one of my gaming streams to try to stir the pot and try to reel me into one of his debates, because that's just what he does. He tries to get people. He's really only looking for clout instead of, trying to have an amicable discussion on a matter, because he clearly knows and
Listen, man, this video is absolutely insane. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link this video in the description box below. I highly implore that you guys go check out this video. Vara Dark cooked them in the last portion of, this video that I'm making. And I got to tell you, I agree with everything she says. Everything she says. It's very clear that he was hoping to try to minimize her argument. This is what they do, right? And this is what he tries to do. From the little bit that I've been able to see of clips of his content, every time he gets somebody who he disagrees disagrees with, what he tries to do is devalue their argument publicly so that it makes it seem like his argument is more superior. Even though he's not actually talking about anything and defending his argument, he just spends his entire time trying to devalue yours by calling you a name that's going to try to devalue everything you're saying. So usually it's grifter, usually it's homophobe, whatever, transphobe, and in this case, mental lightweight. They're trying to do everything they possibly can to make it seem as if Vara Dark doesn't know what she's talking about. But like Vara Dark said at the end here, it's very clear that she's been doing this for a long time. You know, I've been doing this for 3 years myself. She's been doing it for 5 years. We've been playing video games for decades. You know what I mean? You are trying to sit there and make it seem as if we're grifters and whatnot. But at the end of the day, you know that your conversation, your arguments, your whatever thought processes that you have can't actually stand up to any real conversation. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.